Welcome everyone. This is going to be the weekly reading for the 18th to the 24th of August. So let's get started. What do you need to know for the week ahead? I'm seeing roses. Yellow flowers could be significant. The alphabet T. Something about joints or inflammation of the joints could be significant. The letter J. I was also seeing a pair of boots, so maybe you are going somewhere cold, okay, or maybe you live in a cold country. Boots could also be starting something, taking a journey, starting something new, okay. Maybe you're exploring something apart from what you already do. You may be exploring something new. The energy is a little slow, but there's still movement. I'm also sensing a lot of frustration and delays for someone. Okay, so maybe some plans that you had a particular date or time that may be a little delayed. I'm seeing a very important phone call coming to you this week. Maybe you've been waiting to hear back from somebody. This could also be regarding a job. I also had something to do with a house loan or some sort of loan. This could be for education as well. Somebody you haven't spoken to in a long time, you could be hearing from them and they may want to approach you or meet you. I feel somebody also wants to come back and apologize about something that occurred in the past. Okay, they want to make amends with you. This could also be regarding some sort of business deal or partnership. I'm definitely seeing some sort of collaboration. The number 8. Don't be in a rush to complete things. I'm hearing like, what's the hurry? So somebody needs to relax a little. It's like you're very overworked or you get very anxious, especially if you have deadlines. So you need to learn to literally like chill a bit. I'm seeing some sort of third party situation. This could be in a relationship. But I also see this getting resolved. Okay. It could be like where you mutually sit down and come to a better understanding of how to proceed forward. I think that's the best way I can put it. There's something about attachment. Okay, so I don't know if you're attached to a particular situation or this is an addiction or this is a person. But there's something like, you feel like there's something constantly latched on to you, or you feel like you're unable to break out of this situation or a loop, a pattern or a behavior. So that's something that needs to be looked at. Maybe there's somebody that's harassing you or someone that is stalking you. I'm seeing like a PlayStation, so maybe somebody is getting like the latest one or something to do with video games, or maybe you're buying some sort of gadget. Something is very delicate and fragile, which means that there's a particular situation that you're going through right now that needs to be dealt in a very delicate manner. Okay, because I see that it could go either way. So if this is about your communication, okay, it needs to be dealt very tactfully and in a soft approach so that it does not break or worsen your relationship with this person. Be very mindful of the words that you use. Sometimes you say something and it could backfire. Maybe your intention is not so, but here it seems like, it could backfire. The alphabet S, the alphabet O, the number 508, the number 36, I'm seeing a figure here. It looks like, you know, when people used to be mummified, it's like tied up with bandages. So this could just be you feeling very, very trapped in a particular situation. Or it's also, I'm also getting the vision of somebody on a hospital bed, somebody who probably had some sort of accident or injury and they're all bandaged up. Okay, so be careful when you travel this week. Wow, that was really close. Yeah, so this could be like a very close call. Okay, so be careful when you're traveling. Be careful of some accident or injuries. So that's the word I got. Okay, something could be a very close call. Okay, let me get your cards. This is the Moonology deck. Okay, I'll take the tea leaves first. Throne, a position of authority. Flowers, happiness. Like I said, I was seeing a lot of flowers in my vision. So happiness and position of authority. This could also be like a promotion or a raise, something that you're celebrating, an upgrade in your life. Axe, we have forces working against you. Like I said, there could be some sort of attachment or energies which I feel like have sort of latched onto you. If you feel like you've been getting psychically attacked, you could do something like a cord cutting, which is what the axe signifies. Lion, time to act. So I would say be aware, be alert. Vase with a secret admirer. So you may have a secret admirer and they may send you flowers. Like I said, there's a good side and a bad side. Like I said, I was getting this energy of somebody stalking someone or someone kind of being all up in your business. So I think you just need to be very aware. And if this is somebody you know, maybe you need to take appropriate action. And then we have Tulip with great passion. I also get this related to your work or your business. Okay, something that you're very, very passionate about. I sort of see more success, more clients, more money coming in. With this card together, I get this energy of your business expanding, okay, or something that you've been doing. If it's been slow, I see it starting to pick up. Okay, let's get these cards. So sticky. All right. Wow, so you have the new moon with a new start is coming, and we do have the new moon coming up soon. So yeah, look at when the new moon is and you have a new start coming, so that period could be very significant. And we have the full moon in Scorpio with it's time to release negativity. Place it here. There's something else I wanted to say apart from people. Okay, like I said, it's always about our mindset, because whatever energy we are in, right, like whatever we put our thoughts, that's how we create our reality, that's how we create our circumstances. Of course, not everything is knowingly, of course not everything makes logical sense, but we do attract everything in our life. So I think it's also very important to make sure that where you're focusing your energy is very important, okay? Especially with, if you see the scorpion, okay, it's usually the people closest to you that would tend to take advantage of you. You know, like the way this tail is, it's kind of just popping out to me to tell you that you need to beware, okay? Of course, not every message is going to be for everybody, so this could be for someone specific. I'm being asked to speak about it again and again. We have soulmate relationship with new romance with a spiritual basis is here for you now. This could be a friendship, this could be a work partnership, and this could also be romantic, but it's something which is very divine and something very fated at the same time, okay? And the last card is Healing Heart. You're a powerful healer. Keep up the great work. I really love this, and you also see the emphasis of the fish. You have the dolphin here, and you also have this fish here, okay, which is also talking about water signs. You could be a water sign, which is Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. I just suddenly blanked out over there, right? And that's also what we have, Scorpio. That's again the water sign. So there's a lot of water element coming up as well. And surprisingly, like today before filming, you know, I kept getting this, how water is so healing, and water is such a underestimated element that we don't really use things which are so easily available to us, right? We keep searching for other ways, right? And I'm also getting this message that for someone, like, go back to the basics. We keep thinking that the more we learn, or the more we think that, you know, we require more, it's probably not required. You probably already have what you need. You just need to put it into practice and master it, okay? I'm not saying that you shouldn't learn more. You should always be curious, but sometimes it comes from a space of lack, or it comes from a space that, you know, if I have this one more thing, if I do this one more course, if I do this one more PhD, if I do this one more workshop, then I will have all the answers. But I keep getting back that, listen, come back to the main 5 elements. Work with what you already have, okay? Something like the universal laws, you already know them. It's about understanding them and just putting them into practice, and you can keep upgrading yourself, okay? That's a lifelong process. So for somebody here, start where you are. I'll give you another example. I don't know why, but something to do with makeup is coming up. If you have the very basics, okay, one palette, like one eyeshadow palette, one blush, one eye pencil, that's more than enough. Practice with that, okay? And as you get better, then go and invest in fancier products, or, you know, very high-end products. But waiting till you have all the brands, waiting till you have all the best known brands in the world, till you don't have the skill, or till you don't practice the basics or something, there's no point in having all the fanciest products, okay? You will still have to go back and learn your very foundation, okay? This was just an example. I hope it could make sense. I mean, that was the analogy that I was getting, right? So this is your reading, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, take care.